and control corporations. See, he said, now that you're an ACN independent business owner, you are the CEO of your corporation. And if you bring somebody in your corporation is not moral, legal, and ethical, that you should get paid a percentage off of everything that those people do since they fall within your corporation. He said, welcome to the 3%. He goes, now, what I told you earlier is something that I'm telling just for you. And the reason I'm saying that, he said, your friend Eric does not want to do ACN. So he was politely telling you, I'm not interested, when he said pyramid. What he was saying is, I'm not interested. He said, now remember, what I showed you is only for you. You don't want to show other people. I didn't hear that part. Here's what I heard. Definition of a pyramid. So anytime someone said pyramid, I used to say, where do you work? And I was right. And here's what my mentor said. There's no money in being right. Everybody wants to be right. He said, Patrick, you want to end the argument by allowing them to be right. Oh, it doesn't work. You might be right. You lost your money. You might be right. Why? When you let them be right, it ends the argument. Let them be right, you go be rich. Why am I sharing that with you tonight? Because once you understand what you've got, meaning we're starting stores all over the world. The person with the most stores is going to make the most money, yes or no? Yes. The one that has the most stores all over the world is going to get the most customers, period, over and out, done. So how do we get the most customers? Is we have to know what we got our hands on. Meaning we have to understand the value of the opportunity you're looking at here tonight. See, in history, there has never ever been a company like ACN in the history of business, period. There's never been an energy company in the world selling in multiple countries all over the world. There's never been an energy company that sells TV. There's never been a TV company that sells natural gas. There's never been a natural gas company that sells cell phones. Never been a cell phone company that sells merchant services. Do you realize we're doing all this in-house in one company in 24 countries around the world? Yeah. And we're just getting started. Yeah. You realize we're just getting started with what we got our hands on? This has never been done before. And here's the reality, is that you're going to go up and down because you're listening to people's opinions. Now, before someone gives me their money opinion, show me your bank account. Why? Because if I listen to you, I become you. So I'll take family advice, I'll take brotherly advice, I'll take religious advice, I'll take social advice, but when it comes to finances, I'm not taking advice from people that aren't where I want to be. If they're not living in the house I want to live, taking the vacations I want to take, and driving the car I want to drive, why would you listen to them? And here's the crazy part. People call me up and they're like, oh, you don't understand what Bob said. Well, who's Bob? Well, Bob pushes the broom at the local convenience store. Well, if it's about pushing brooms at the convenience store, Bob's the expert. This is about making money when you sleep. Now, here's the reality. You buy a McDonald's franchise, you give them $1 million. How many of us agree you're not soliciting opinions? Right? You bought a McDonald's and paid them $1 million for the right to sell their food. How many of us agree no one's going home and doing research on the burger? No one's going home and going, I wonder if it's really fish. You don't care. You just paid $1 million. Yes or no? Your best friend comes into your McDonald's and said, I don't believe that's really chicken. I don't care. Why? I paid $1 million. Get out of my store. See, we get involved in ACN, we pay $4.99, and because it's only $4.99, we treat it like $4.99. See, here's the reality. If you treated it like $1 million, you wouldn't be soliciting opinions from anyone. Are you making money when you sleep? Better come over to my house. What's this all about? Trying to help you not be broke anymore. Come on over to my house. See, here's the reality, is you're going to go up and down until you make a decision, until you decide. Decide means to cut off. No other options. That's it. I'm deciding to make this work. Pesticide, genocide means to cut off. To kill any other option except for the one I'm on. That's it. That's how you win in our business. And here's the reality, people go up and down until they make that decision. And until you make that decision, you will flounder in our opportunity until you make a decision. And here's what the decision is. I'm going to do it. Now, the reason why you have to have family and friends come in and give you a little bit of a hard time is God put them in your life to motivate you. I was never going to let my friend be right. You think I let my friend Eric be right when he told me this wouldn't work? You know what I told my friend Eric? Don't die on me. I need you to be alive to see what I'm about to do. I need you to be alive when you see all the customers I'm going to go out and get, and all the countries I'm going to open up around the world. See, can we agree some people in your life to motivate you? Now, can we agree to get something different, we got to do something different? See, for things to change, you got to change. That's the reality. Most people are in the comfort zone, and there's no comfort in that zone. Life is lived by pushing at the edges. See, once you're stretched into a new person, you'll never go back to your original form. See, if you make 50 grand a year at your job, can we agree you lose your job, you expect 50 grand at the next one? Why? Because you stretch yourself to 50 grand. Let me tell you something. You stretch yourself to $1 million, you will never make less than $1 million. You expect it to make it everywhere you go. Why? You've already done it. Once you stretch yourself to that particular way, you'll never go back to that original state. You'll be at where the new state is. Why am I sharing that with you? Because we've got the company. There's no one better out there, in my opinion, and I've done the research. I've looked at it. At the end of the day, there's no other company that's done it for 24 years. We're all over the world. We're opening up countries right now. Guys, you have no idea how exciting it's going to be the day we open China. When we go to Hong Kong and then we go to China. If you're studying world and global economics, you have any clue the magnitude of what we can do in the Chinese marketplace. And ACN's going. We're going to China. How many of you want to get paid in China? Yep. How many of you want to get a piece of that marketplace? Here's what I'll share with you. Here's the company. We're doing it. It's not a hope we go. We're there. When you take a look at the services, you can't think of anything better. Why do I know that? Listen, I know people that forget their kids before they forget a cell phone. Is little Johnny there? I forgot him. Right or wrong? The only thing we got to work on is you. I hated this slide. You know why I hated this slide? Because they were like, Patrick, you got to get better. You got to get better. See, they were like, listen, ACN's great, you just got to get better. And I started working on myself like you're doing here tonight. See, most people won't come. Most people won't come to a seminar to learn how to make money when they sleep because it's inconvenient. Let me tell you what's inconvenient, expecting the federal government to take care of you when you retire. That's inconvenient. How many of us are skeptical about Social Security? Yes, sir. I love people go, I'm skeptical. Really? You skeptical about Social Security? I know I am. How about you? Here's the reality, is that the more we invest in ourselves, the more we're worth. And that's what you did here tonight. See, I have so much respect for every one of you here tonight. You know why? Because you're here. That's why. You're seeking. Seeking you shall find. Matthew 7:7. If you're looking, you will find. Asking, you shall receive. Can we agree we're all seeking for something here tonight? Maybe more time with your family. Maybe some of you go, Patrick, I made great money. If I could replace my income with residual income and get those 8 hours back a day, there's something else I'd have been doing today outside of what I was doing. And some of you said, hey, Patrick, listen, it's all about money for me. And some of you, it's going to be about helping other people. See, here's what I found. Once the money's no longer an issue, it's about helping other people. It's about helping other people. How many of you notice what wealthy people do at the end of their life? Give their money away. Why? Because they realize it's not about the stuff. It's about how many lives that you can impact. How many lives you can touch. How many people you can say, listen, I know you're nervous. You're with me. We're going to do this thing together. I know that you're afraid, but don't worry about that. We're going to help you. We're going to be there next year. We're going to pick you up when you fall down. Listen, the greatest reward in this company is the phone calls and the text messages and the emails and the letters and everything you're going to get from all the people you're going to help. And ACN does a great job when it comes to events. And that's what you're here tonight. Listen, you bring them from your home to this training, people will get excited, I promise. We have a Sunday night call. All of you are welcome. Friday night leadership. I would go ETT just to come to Friday night. This is where the champions meet. This is where we break the compensation plan down in detail.